Hey, Rainbow here, welcome to my channel, and today is going to be a relatively quick video because I'm going to talk about why GoPro is no longer my go-to on motovlogging or almost anything. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I got rid of some. I gave some away actually. But that's been replaced with this right here. And this is the Insta360 Ace Pro from Insta360. And I went to this for a few reasons, and there's going to be a full disclosure. So let's do it right now. Hey, Rainbow here, welcome back. So yeah, Insta360 Ace Pro is my new go-to camera. The one that I got rid of that I'm no longer going to be using for any motovlogging is this one right here. And this is the GoPro 10. I've had from the GoPro 4 all the way up to 10. I put a lot of money into GoPro, except I have an entire bag full of nothing but accessories for all different kind of mounts. And GoPro, you name it, I have it. But I've kind of reached my limit because I've had the same continual problem with GoPro from day one, and that has been consistent audio, all right? And if anyone knows and you watch videos, nothing will wreck a video like bad audio. You can have sort of crappy video, but if you have really good audio, it's worth watching or at least listening to, all right? So when you have something like this, the GoPro, what you have to do is you have to buy this like mini mod, put this in, and then as soon as you put it in, now I can't access the battery or anything here. And then I'm gonna plug into the back for the microphone. It adds weight to it, it makes it heavy. The part that comes down, in order to get it on and off, it's very low, so you're limited on your range, especially tilting back with things like this. But the biggest problem is it's really the audio. The audio has been completely inconsistent, and many times I have done a complete review of a motorcycle, got back, and even after I tested my audio and found out that 6 minutes into the ride, the audio cut out, and I checked routinely, it wasn't a connection, it's just for some reason, it just doesn't always work. Now, GoPro also had me buy better batteries. So I bought these better batteries, the white ones. These are like the extended kind. They cost more money. They last a lot longer, and then you use this to pull the battery on and off. Well, it works so well that even this pulls off. So between a whole lot of different things, I've kind of had it with GoPro. I mean, I really have, because we've all been complaining about the same things over and over and over, and apparently the only one listening was Insta360. Let's take a look. With Insta360, the mount is removable, okay? Look at this, right from the outside. I can just take the mount off and snap it back in place. There's like a little magnet and there's little clips that go in place. Plus it stands up a little bit taller, so I have more range with this. Here's something else that's really cool about the Insta360. Now, this isn't gonna be good for vlogging, as far as motor vlogging, but if you're gonna put this on a selfie stick, I have now a screen that pops up that I can see to make sure that everything is properly lined up. Like right now, I have no idea. I'm guessing that's why I'm sitting in a chair, because I set this up in advance. When you're on a stick, you're constantly moving. You have to make sure that your framing is correct. So it has the pop-up. The battery lasts way longer. Don't ask me. I haven't tested it to get a complete. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there from people who have tested it, but I will tell you, I have no concerns with battery usage with this particular unit. Now, it's not the lightest, it's not the heaviest, but I'm not putting it inside another case at all. It has a better sensor. I can do 4K 60, no problem here. I can do 8K if I want to do 8K. It's just a much more intuitive, easier to use, and it comes with a couple more bells and whistles. Let's take a look at some of them. So one of the things that Insta360 has is this little monitor right here that you turn on and off, and you can actually be turned on and off via the actual camera itself. And this could be mounted many ways. In fact, let me give you an idea, all right? They give you this short little thing. You're like, that can't fit on your wrist. No, it's not designed. Once you pop it in, okay, and you pop this in, and this allows you to see what you're seeing. So even when you're on doing a motovlog and you can't flip this screen up here because it makes no sense to do that. It doesn't matter because now I don't have to have a whole phone out like you do with GoPro, but just right here, this pops in and this short one mounts on your handlebar. So you can mount it on your handlebar and you can see exactly what the camera's seeing. It is awesome. And if you think, well, maybe it would be nice to have one for your wrist, guess what? I just dropped it. Can't believe I bent over without my back flipping out. All right. It comes with a regular one that you can just put on your wrist and you can sit there and watch to make sure that everything that you wanted in the frame is in the frame. So overall, it's a much, much better system and it's been more consistent. I've done a bunch of vlogs with it. I've done a bunch of testing with it. And what I can tell you is I like the audio better. The audio is adjustable. The audio is not adjustable on the GoPro. That was a big thing for me. Now I can adjust it down to -3 decibel, +6 decibel, wherever I want to put it, I can put it, and that's what really works well for me. Now, how did this all get started? Here comes the full disclosure. We ready? I went to Insta360 at the EICMA show, and I just walked up to their booth because I'm nobody, right? Some of you know from me doing YouTube, but I'm not necessarily a recognizable person at all. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just an average Joe. I walked up and I told him, I said, hey, I have a grommet on the top here that's getting worn out whenever I put my Insta360 X3, which is what I still use all the time for just monitoring when I'm riding. I like to record everything in case something happens, all right? You never know. I'm like, hey, I said, do you guys have replacement grommets for this? Like these little rubber washers that stick to the top? And guy comes over and he goes, yeah, here you go. And he just hands me an Insta360 stick. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, no, you can have it. And I'm like, why would you give this to me? All I wanted was a washer. I wanted to buy a washer from you. And they're like, no. If you have a problem with it, here, just have a brand new one. And I was blown away. I was really, really blown away. So I was like, okay. So I took the stick and I walked away. And at that point, I was like, that was really good customer service. Later on in EICMA, I walked back and I said, hey, I really appreciate what you did. I go, but you know, I have a YouTube channel. I'm getting very frustrated with GoPro. Do you think that you have a better product than the GoPro? And he's like, well, yeah. And that's when he started showing me this Ace Pro. And I was like, okay. After he got done talking to me, he goes, I'm gonna put you in contact with one of the guys in our department. And I'm like, okay, thanks a lot, you know? So I finished my meeting with him, I left. And then a couple of weeks later, I get an email saying, hey, nice to meet you at EICMA. We'd like to send you some products. Nothing in there about you need to review it, you have to give us good review, you have to let us see this is the, you know, what we want you to say. Nothing. We know you're a YouTuber, here you go. Right. Sent me all the stuff that's on that video, which one am I facing? That's up here. There's the video about when I said I received all this stuff. And as you know, it was a long time ago, it was a couple of months ago, so right up here is where you're gonna find that video where I show you everything that I actually have that they sent to me. So they sent it to me for free. Am I a fan of Insta360? Yes, I was a fan of the X3 that I bought, and I'm a big fan of the Ace Pro that I was given for free, okay? Now, does that make this a biased review? No. If anyone knows me personally, professionally, you can't buy me. You cannot buy my loyalty. You have to earn it with your service and with the quality of your product, okay? I wasn't given any instructions. There have been plenty of products that where manufacturers have contacted me and they said, hey, we want you to review this, but here's our script. This is what we want you to say. Could you follow this script or this script? And I said, nope, I'm not interested. I will not take anything for free if it means I have to sell my soul. I'm not willing to do that. And I think you guys know me because it's not worth it. then you lose your credibility, right? Most people who are YouTubers, if not all of them, at some level get stuff for free and review it constantly. And I'm just one of them. So does that affect me? No. Have I had a better experience? Absolutely had a better experience with this Insta360 Ace Pro, way over the GoPro. Was I going to upgrade to the GoPro 11 and 12? Yeah, but I just didn't. There was just no reason. I was so frustrated, I was hesitant, and that's why I stopped at the 10. There's nothing wrong with my 10, my 8, the 4, the 7. They all work. I gave away the 4, but the bottom line is what I was sent by Insta360, they really hit the mark. And this is the first time they're coming out with something like this specifically really to compete with GoPro with this action. And they really hit a home run. They really did. And I'm very happy with this. So I don't make any money. You can buy 20 of these. You can buy none of these. It doesn't matter to me because I don't make any money based on their sales. I was given this for free. I reviewed it for a couple of months before I decided to do this video, and now that I've had a chance to evaluate it, I'm giving it a rainbow thumbs up. And you guys know there's been other stuff that I've reviewed and I gave it thumbs down. There's stuff that I didn't like. I gave bad reviews to stuff before that was sent to me for free. Anyway, this is Rainbow. Please like, please subscribe. If you're looking to update and upgrade your MotoVlog, right here. You want to know all the ins and outs of this and how to use it? There's plenty of videos. I just want to tell my experience as far as motovlogging, and that's about it. Oh, and by the way, the audio that I use is not the same one. I use a Shure that plugs right in the back without having, or right in the side. There's a little clip that goes in here that you plug in, and that's where the audio gets plugged into. So I use a Shure microphone on my motovlogs from now on, and that's why the sound sounds a little bit better. Anyway, please like, please subscribe. This is Rainbow. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye-bye.